Thank you for joining us at Fish Fanatics. And this episode is actually brought to you by Whisker Secret Tackle.
So make sure you guys go to whiskersecret.com for all your catfishing gear.
Enjoy the episode, guys.
How much time you got in the meter? Do you park at a meter?
Yeah.
We'll take a break. We'll take a break halfway to refill for you. You guys gonna need a refill.
I got like 40, 45 minutes, 48 minutes.
Oh, yeah. We'll do 30 minutes or something then. If you guys
Go
need.
back out.
Yeah, if we need to. All right, everybody. Is that all the loudness you need on it?
As long as you can pick it up on here and on here. I mean,
Okay.
you can go louder.
Well, now it's going to be double clap.
Well, now you got two points of to sync it up with.
Sync it up. All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Fish Fanatics. This is Grandy with MaPop Fishing. We have
Kit with the Fishing Kit YouTube channel.
There we go. I love it. Just keep it consistent.
I might as well just keep
Smooth
doing
like
this.
Butters.
Exactly. And speaking of Butters, we decided because there's a lot of things going on right now that I think there's been a lot of successes I think I've seen. So we've asked Mr. Butters to come on, join us again. And then I think all of us have had some decent successes I think that we want to chat about today, hopefully. So
Success, huh?
Successes, we'll see. We're here at 1717 Brewing Company. It's a brewery down here in central Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa. This is called the East Village of Des Moines. And it's a brewery. I think it started just, if you guys are wondering, I think it was four brothers, or something.
I think it was four brothers.
Yeah.
Something.
So they started this, and I think we spoke about this maybe, I want to say a year and a half ago on the beer podcast. And 1717 was their house or something like that, I believe.
Their
like
house number.
House number,
Yep.
yeah. Because they told us about that, and it was pretty cool. And then you guys can see in the background, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're just listening to this on audio, but in the background, they have a 1717 with their original house right there. I believe that's where the brothers were raised and born, and that was their house. So they kind of designed it after that. It's pretty much the same thing over here too. So
Is this part of the actual house, or is it a replica?
I think it's a replica.
It's on the mugs too.
Yeah, it's on the mugs too. So pretty cool. I mean, if you guys are in Central Iowa, if you're ever in Des Moines, Iowa, swing by here. It's a pretty cool brewery. I highly recommend swinging by here because right across the street is also Peachtree Brewery Company. There's plenty of breweries around here, so it's kind of cool. I think Twisted Vine just opened around here too.
Yeah, and then the tap room's around the corner.
There you guys go. If beer is your liquid of choice, this is a good area to be in if you're in Des Moines, Iowa. Kid you guys not.
Well, if you're listening to the Fish Fanatics, I hope beer is your liquid of choice, right?
Yeah, that's true. Well, they might just want it for the fishing content.
Oh,
too.
that's true. That's
So,
true. I guess
you
the
know.
beer is a small part of
What
the...
are you drinking?
This one I am drinking. It's called the Smash IPA. So I'm doubling up. This was my pregame, and then I'm drinking the was it two hop Shakur?
Yep, 2-hop Shakur.
And then Fishing Kit's gonna have to do a refill pretty quick here soon because I just kicked his ass in the foosball table.
Kick
FYI.
my ass. He won by 1 point. Two
Epic
2
comeback.
It was an epic comeback because he was
2 out of 5 points or
Yeah,
so.
there
6.
we go.
Is it 6? 5 or 6?
6. I think 6.
I walked in, you were down 3.
Yeah. See.
So I'm so bad at this, and then all of a sudden he got better.
I started distracting Kit.
Exactly.
I know he started talking fishing to me.
Oh, whatever. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Here we go. So that's really good, guys. You guys should try out the brewery. 1717. You guys get a chance. They're pretty good beer.
The 2-hop Shakur, I recommend. That's good.
The name is
The
what
name
got
alone
me.
sells the beer.
There you guys go. And so we just want to. The first thing I do want to say, one of the success stories. I mean, we can talk about it. We'll jump right into it. Fishing Kit, awesome. You guys haven't checked out his YouTube channel? Go check it out.
What's awesome?
I just saw the other day, actually yesterday. Actually, I think he also confirmed with me. So congratulations to Mr. Fishing Kit. He hit the 2K mark, guys. 2K subscribers. So
a whopping 2,000.
whopping 2,000.
Congrats,
You
man.
know, the number one song in the year 2000
What?
was "Breathe" by Faith Hill.
Hey, I like her.
Yeah.
I like her husband. I like Timmy McGraw too, though. I'm a big
Oh.
Tim McGraw fan.
I don't know who that is.
Her husband, country. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just joking. I know who it is.
Okay.
But if you asked me to name a song or think of
Uh-huh.
a tune, I couldn't tell you. But I just looked up random facts for 2000.
2000.
And that was one of the things that came
Nice.
up.
So, huge shout out to our fans. Appreciate you guys going and checking out his. If you guys are listening to this and you're not subscribed to his channel, what the hell is wrong with you guys? First of all, that's kind of weird. Go check out the channel. Go check out MaPop Fishing. If you guys, we'll talk about this after, but it was kind of cool. I think actually before you even texted me, I actually saw you hit 2K before you even texted me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel and you listen to this, I ain't gonna hold it against you. Not everybody watches fishing videos,
but they like
to. But I guess if
listen
you
to us.
like listening to a fishing podcast,
yeah,
I don't know. Well, it's whatever. If you do, that's cool. If you don't, whatever. But yeah, I
there's so many places you can sneak in watching YouTube videos.
Yeah,
so.
Very true.
Yeah.
But no, congratulations, man.
Yeah, man. That's super cool.
So what's the what are we gonna celebrate? How I guess I went back and listened to a podcast or a couple of them, and supposedly I was gonna slam a beer for him or some shit like that. Not today, but we'll do it. We'll do it on video somewhere.
Well, so I was taking a nap yesterday. I have the giveaway that we were putting together. Once I hit 2,000 subs, Scott over at Drastic Plastics was gonna do a little giveaway, and so I've been kind of keeping an eye on my subs. It's been creeping up, nothing crazy numbers wise. I've always had growth, as little as that may be. I appreciate every sub I have, and I was creeping up there, and then when I got home from work, I looked at it. Okay, 1985. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's the year I was born. That's pretty cool. And I fell asleep on the sofa. I woke up and checked again. I was like, I wonder what it's at now. It's probably like 1990 or something by then. And then I saw like 2018.
Yeah.
I was like, huh? That's weird.
That's a pretty decent jump back, honestly.
I was like squinting.
You took a nap and grew by 40 subscribers. That's pretty good.
About 30 to 40, and I was like, oh, something weird happening. So I was like, refresh, and it kept showing 2018 or whatever. And then, I think I got something to eat. Then it was like 2045, so 30. Like, what the hell?
Dang.
And
just so for people who are into YouTube world who don't really understand, you guys, if you guys see other YouTube channels that got huge subscribers, it's really a milestone for him to hit 2,000. And then on top of that, a lot of people don't really understand that to even get 1 or 2 subscribers, it's very difficult, and people don't really comprehend that. The person, for them to hit a subscribe button, you think it's easy, but to get someone to do it, it's really difficult, and more difficult than people think, I think.
Yeah, 2,000 subs is a drop in the bucket in the grand scheme of things.
For sure.
But for me, 2,000 subs, holy shit. And
yeah.
And I know why. I had a big jump because
that's awesome.
Because I don't know if you watched Spencer's latest video.
No. What did he do?
He gave me a little shout out at the end. I was like, oh, that's
awesome.
I was like, no wonder.
And he's got a pretty small,
pretty decent
following.
Yeah, it's kind of small.
It's kind of
mini,
kind of small
for Iowa. He's pretty small.
Small when compared to.
I'm just joking.
If someone that has 1 million or whatever. But a wise man once said, it's just a matter of perspective.
Exactly.
Wow.
So no, huge shout out to Spencer. I did just finish his podcast he did with. I'm a little bit behind too. He did with the Iowa DNR, so it's kind of cool. I listened to half of it and then I finally finished it. So he gave us a little bit of a shout out too on this podcast. So it was cool of them.
Yeah, Spencer, what a guy.
He's a pretty. Actually, I gotta throw a shout out to him because ran into him out on the water here the other day, and he was going out on a guide trip, and we sat and talked for about 20 minutes or so before we launched. And we told him that we'd never been down that stretch of river before, and he said, a few things, but he didn't tell us exactly where. But he said there was, 2, 3, 4 holes, but on the way down to where we were going, and we ended up getting into a couple. And
there you go.
It was kind of funny when we got downriver and we set up camp. He came back up by us and he says, "I'll be shocked if you guys don't get at least one." And we got 2, so.
There you go.
It was
so he kind of gave you guys the confidence
a little bit,
and then on top of that, you guys ended up landing 2.
Yeah,
that's cool.
He zoomed by us, and he had a client they parked. They were maybe there 5 minutes, and as we were going by them, I looked back and they had a flathead in the boat.
Nice.
Oh, dang.
And see, and that's the thing, Spencer, to you, thanks for making that shit look so damn easy, because me and Kit went the other day and it was not that easy.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's not easy, and being somebody that makes YouTube videos, I know a little editing magic goes a long way.
For sure.
But yeah, he grinds it. He grinds it out.
Yeah, for sure.
And then yeah, I just want to say, if Spencer's listening to this, thanks, man. I know he didn't have to do that, and I gained like 200 subs in one day.
There you go.
I think it's basically just from that little bit at the end of his video.
Yeah.
I mean, 200, which is, that's a lot to me. For him, he probably fillets a catfish and gains 200 subs.
That's true. Hey, this podcast, at least on YouTube channel, it was over 200.
Oh,
I was like,
damn.
what the hell? We started because obviously we started the podcast channel really late, but the downloads is great. Appreciate you guys on that, just listening to us. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. I was like, what the heck? We're actually over 200 on just a YouTube thing for who likes to watch a bunch of us just talk.
But yeah,
Get a little buzzed and act like idiots.
Yeah, pretty much.
So before this turns into a gushing about Spencer podcast, if you haven't heard of the River Certified podcast and you enjoy this podcast, I'd go check out his podcast too. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I took a trip up to Dubuque to go out on the Mississippi, and I had some time, obviously 6 hours of drive time.
For sure.
And I really dove in, and there's a lot of good information on his podcast, and between him and his guests, it's really good.
Yeah, speaking of his guests, I mean, there was two guys on that podcast a couple times too. It was pretty cool. I mean, it was us. We're on
I was gonna say, never heard of these guys.
Jeez. But cheers to you, Spencer. Appreciate you. But yeah, I definitely want to talk about a little bit about that, because that was actually my first time, because Fishing Kit here, he actually texted me, hey, what are you doing tonight? And it was like late night, and like just I got the kids, whatever. He goes, swing by real quick. He was fishing kind of near me for possible flatheads. So I was like, shit, why not? I've never really targeted flatheads. I was like, all right, yeah, I got excited, put the kids to sleep. Like it was one of those where the kids are like, Dad, it's summertime, why are you putting us to bed? That's exactly what they were saying. Like, Dad, what? It's summer. Why you wanting us to go to sleep so early? Like, go, shh.
Just go to sleep. Don't worry about it.
That was exactly. Don't worry about it, honey. You guys got to prepare for school in about a month and a half. That's exactly what I said. Like, you guys can prepare your sleep schedule. Pre-training.
Yeah.
So
sleep schedule.
So they, I finally put in the bed, and then I won't say snuck out, but I grabbed my stuff. Obviously I forgot a lot of my weights. I forgot my hooks and everything, because I was just excited. I haven't fished in a while, and then I was gonna go flathead fishing. I was like, I just got to get out of the house. So I just ran to him, and I drove up and met him, and I was excited. Hopefully catch a flathead. And he told me the spot we were fishing. Somebody caught one the night or the day before, a couple days before.
Yeah, it was pretty big. I was a little salty. Because me and Bo went out to this one spot Friday night to try to catch some flatheads, because I have a bait tank now, and I have
utilizing it.
Yeah, I have access to fresh bait. So I was like, okay, I have to walk the walk if I'm going to start talking the talk. I can't be like, oh yeah, I got bait tank and live bait, and then not try to go catch a flathead. Yeah, these guys showed up, and he went upriver from us, like super shallow. He was basically fishing in riffles. I was like, man, he's just going wherever. And then 15 minutes later, like, there's all this commotion. He's yelling at his lady because she's shining the flashlight in his eyes. And he pulls up a flathead. I mean, it was pretty big. I can't put a number on it, but if I was gonna guess, I don't know, at least 20 pounds. It was a pretty good size.
That's a good size one. That's a good fish.
Yeah, I was like, man, I was telling Bo, I was like, man, this guy just showed up and caught a fish, and, like, basically right in front of us. And then we were going to go up to him and talk to him about it. And halfway up, we heard this big zzz coming from one of my rods. And we run back. Of course, it's dead quiet by the time we get back. Like, okay. This is dumb.
That's flathead fishing.
But the cool thing though, at least this spot that fishing kid that I want to go meet him. I mean, it's near my house, so I don't think I have any more excuses now. So I'm gonna try and get out there whenever the kids can sleep. So at least I can try it there a couple more times this summer. Hopefully, we'll see.
I don't want to give out any spots or anything, but we're literally like 2 blocks away from a flathead fishing spot.
Yeah.
Or like 6 of them,
Yeah.
But
So I've gone out twice in the past week. I skunk out on the flatheads. So I got 2 out of the 10 trips out of the way before I catch a flathead. So I'm getting closer. I figured it might take me 10 trips before I catch one.
I went 16 times last year, caught one.
There you go.
So yeah, man, I'm like on the I'm playing the favorable odds compared to you, 1 out of 16.
But this year, the last 3 weeks, between myself and Travis, it's been 13 flatheads in 3 weeks.
Jeez.
How many times have you been out?
I mean, I've skunked probably 5, 6 of those trips.
Okay.
I need to.
We skunked for the first 6 trips, then we caught one, and then we had a really, really good night, and we caught 5.
See, I feel like 3 weeks ago the spawn was just getting started, and I think things are either wrapped up or wrapping up now. So it kind of makes sense that your numbers are going up, but I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to flatheads. I'm just speculating. This is just based on what I've been observing on the internet.
So I don't know if it's timing this year. I think I'm starting a little bit later than I did last year, but I've already been out as many times as I was last year. So
Within this 3
I
week
think time
period.
on the water. Yeah, I think time on the water has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone out twice. I didn't catch any fish twice, but like I said, I've only gone out twice. And like you said, you've gone out last year 16 times, only caught one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you've went out more already this year than you did last year.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, have you learned anything, or do you think it's just more time out there? You have the opportunity to catch more the more times you're out there.
I think it's a combination of both, actually. Time on the water, but I've learned from last year to this year way more information. I think having the right gear also played a factor in my success this year, especially with the big one that I caught.
Dude, that was a dandy.
Yes. Well, I might have to look at that picture. I'll grab it and I'll post it up right here for the YouTubers to see.
I didn't weigh it because A, I didn't have a scale, and B, I didn't really care.
Nobody believes you anyways on the internet.
Then that's fine. That's fine.
But it would be nice to know for yourself.
It would.
Yeah.
If I'm being modest, it was 45 to 50 pounds.
Sheesh.
And that's not trying to oversell it. You can look at the fish and you can see it for yourself. And everybody that I've talked to that's a seasoned cat fisherman, they say the same thing. That's at least a 45, 50 pounder.
At least you got a picture.
Yes.
And
Don't remind me.
You got a picture.
And a release video.
Oh, speaking of videos, what's up, man? The last time we spoke, you were contemplating. Did we push you over the edge yet? Are you gonna start recording it, or what's up, man?
I think he's waiting for me.
I'm just waiting on this guy because I'm actually buying his old GoPro.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them.
Well, we'll do this. If you buy one of his old GoPro, I will donate I think I have a GoPro 3, an extra one. I think it actually might have been his old one, so you can use it as a
Backdrop camera.
Backdrop, exactly.
There we go.
Yeah.
See, I'll donate
I'd
it to you, man.
appreciate that, man.
But the thing is, you got to get your ass out there and start recording.
I'm out there.
All right. Yeah, you're out there.
I was out there last night. I caught a 5-pound channel.
Got to start recording and editing, my friend.
Yeah. I just need to get everything together because I finally dialed in my new GoPro.
Oh.
What I noticed is it doesn't do as good at night as the GoPro Hero 5, which is weird. You would think the newer the GoPros, you would think everything would just get better and better, right? But the 5 versus the 10, which is what I have now, it's even worse at night.
That's exactly the thing, because
It makes no sense.
I've heard that actually. Like I saw the people post and stuff about that. That's what they said too. I mean, everybody loves everything about it. It's way better, but that was the one thing they're like.
Oh, I don't love everything about it.
Well,
maybe video phone from your phone will be better at night.
Well, I think my problem is I like to record in the looping mode. So basically, what the looping mode is, it'll take 5-minute clips, and just keep recording. The reason why I do that is because you don't want to go record an hour straight and something happens to that footage. If one thing goes wrong, you could lose that entire hour. But if you do the looping, it records in 5-minute chunks. So, you'll have a bunch of 5-minute videos, but each video is a new video. So if something goes wrong, you might only lose 5 minutes worth versus an hour if you're recording the whole time.
That's a lot of footage.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's
To lose.
It's not fun. They've been there, done that. It's not
But
fun.
the thing with the looping mode is you can't adjust as many settings. And with settings, I mean the light sensitivity and there's a bunch of camera shit. Basically, if you don't do the looping mode, you can. There's more settings to play with. Like I think you can increase the light sensitivity for at nighttime, which would in turn lead to better night footage. But if you do the looping mode, you can't adjust any of that stuff. So it's stuck on a default, whatever, and then it looks worse than the 5, and the 5, it's got its own issues, and there's a reason why I went from the 5 to the 10. But during the daytime, the footage on the 10, I don't know if I mentioned this last time or not, but it looks too smooth. Like everything's super
almost
smooth.
Unreal.
Yeah, like everything, and the colors, everything looks almost too colorful.
Amplified. Yeah.
It almost looks like it's not real. Maybe it's because I'm coming from the 5, which it's not terrible, but it's kind of washed out.
It's like going
and
from
it's
the
a little
PS1
shaky.
to the PS5.
Were you recording in 4K or something?
No.
Oh,
Just 1080p.
it was just that clear and just.
Yeah, it's just clear and
I know what you're
smooth.
talking about,
The
yeah.
image stabilization on the GoPro Hero 10 is really good. Maybe that's why I need to dial back at night, because the more features or settings you turn on, basically it bogs down the camera more and more.
Yeah.
So maybe if I turn off the image stabilization at night, I could probably get better night footage. Because with my light, that light that I wear,
Yeah.
with the 10 it was fine, or not with the 10, with the 5 it was fine. You see pretty good with that light, but with the 10 it looks worse, and has like all these weird
I think you need to change. Yeah.
artifacts.
There's got to be some settings.
Artifacts.
Some settings that you need to adjust.
Yeah, it looks weird at night.
Yeah.
It's darker, and there's like these weird.
Yeah.
The only way I can explain it is artifacts. Basically, just weird junk on the screen
Yeah.
that isn't really there in real life.
So
But-
this is the stuff, man, that we got to deal with. All your listeners, you guys, or all the content watchers, you guys watch on YouTube. It's just these little minute things that we run into, and Fishing Kit upgraded to the greatest and best GoPro at the moment, 10, right?
Yeah, the 10,
So-
the brand new, and don't even get me started with the freaking plugging in those cords.
So,
Oh my
I see a lot
God.
of footage of Kit's feet.
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, short or long story short, the plugs on the 10 are on the back end. So when you wear a chest mount, it's kind of hard when you got wires coming out from the back.
You can't face it forward because the wires are going to be pushing up against your chest. But I've got to work around. I had to buy freaking adapters that are angled to the side, so I plug in those wires to the side. And the reason why I have those wires is because I wear a battery pack. I am not a fan of changing out batteries because it's a pain in the ass.
It is.
I just wear a battery pack. I just hit record and just record for an hour, 2 hours straight without having to change out my batteries.
I wish I had that. I mean, I changed the battery packs because I'm not going to be out there that long. But there are certain days that I'm out there a little bit longer. He's right. It's a freaking pain in the ass.
And the
to change
thing with the
batteries.
GoPro Hero 10, okay. So with the other GoPros, the camera itself goes into a housing, and the housing has these 2 little feet that you mount to stuff.
Okay.
With the GoPro Hero 10, the feet are built into the camera, So if you want to take out the battery, you gotta to take it out of the case or unscrew it or whatever. Because I have the media mod, which is another thing you gotta buy to use the external mic and all this other shit. So if you're changing batteries and you're out on the water, you gotta unmount it from the mount, flip these little feet back in, and pull the camera out of the housing. And then if you're fumbling around, drop the battery.
Hey, you're not selling him on recording, guy.
Oh, but
He's not selling me on the 10.
But the 10 is sick, though. You gotta see the footage on it is sick.
Like when it comes out, you're like, holy shit, that
Yeah.
thing's like, it's super smooth. Like the colors pop.
Yeah.
But
I think with everything new though, it's just you getting used to using
I
it.
even texted Spencer, and I was like, what do you do? Like, what do you do for your external mic? Because he wears an external mic. And I don't know if he wears an external battery pack, but I sent him a picture, and that my GoPro Hero 10's like 45-degree angle with the mic plugged in, and he wears this. I don't even know what to call it, but basically it's a double mount where you put the GoPro on one side and the a light on the other side.
I've seen
so
those.
it kind of pushes the GoPro away from your body a little bit, so you have those cords in the back pointing backwards. Like, man, why did they have to put these stupid things on the back?
To make more money.
But you can't, as he put it, you can't have it all.
That's true. Because you have to understand, because these action cameras, I think that's what they're called, right? Action cameras, action cam, quarters, whatever the case may be. They're trying to appease to not just fishermen. They're trying to appease for the people who ride bikes, the people who does action things, swimming, ocean things.
Well, I think the main thing is keeping it waterproof.
Yes, I think that was
and
the
keeping
main
the
thing.
size down.
I
Because
think
if they
that was the
put a
biggest
headphone jack in the camera, they gotta make the camera bigger.
Yeah.
And then if they put a headphone jack in the camera, if that's exposed and it goes underwater, well,
Done.
it isn't waterproof anymore.
So I get where they're coming from, because they can't, like I just said, they can't appease to everybody, because certain people, like he just said, they want to be underwater, but if you have an exposed unit, then it's no longer waterproof.
Right.
Because with the 5, if I want to use a microphone, I gotta use that stupid
That's what I have.
External.
audio,
Yeah.
the audio adapter.
That's what I have.
And
still.
then for some reason, it doesn't always work. That's why I always have to test it. Turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off until it starts working.
I have the 7s, so I have like 2 7s that I work on, and he's right, it's a pain in the ass, but
I'll just do voice dub overs.
You could, and
Yeah.
some people make that work. That style is not for me.
Yeah.
Denny,
oh yeah,
I don't even know if he'd be considered a YouTuber anymore.
yeah,
but
Danny.
he-
He doesn't listen to us, anyways. Miss you.
Probably not, but I used to watch a lot of Denny's videos. He brought up, voiceover, I'm like, oh man, it's not really my style, but if I really had to publish a video and the audio was ass, I guess voiceover would be the option.
If I really like the video and there's really good fish, I have to put it out there. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I'll just put some light background music to it or something,
I don't know what
I don't care what people think. I'm just going out to record for myself. Well, that's what we talked about. That's the only reason why I'm going to go out and do it. Maybe for a few people here and there who want to watch it, but
Right.
I just want to have memories on camera,
That's,
I wish I would have had it that Saturday night. That would have been epic.
Yeah, see,
I was still trying to
See?
figure
I mean,
out.
we would have had five, almost 6 flatheads on video, and I would have had my biggest fish ever. Not just catfish,
Yeah.
just ever. I've
It's so weird. We're talking about recording. You want memories on the camera and everything, dude. I was asking my kid, like, you guys want to go fishing? They don't want to fish like during the summer, spring. It's kind of weird. They're just like, I want to go ice fishing only. That's what they're like. Is the weirdest thing? Is like, dude, it's like super cold, but that's the only thing that they want to go fishing on. They're like, everything else is like, eh. I'm like, I kind of want to record them. I take them out fishing, but they're like, Or I don't know. Maybe it's because summertime they just want to do their own thing. They're like, I could care less about fishing, but they're just like, they have no interest in fishing at this moment.
I think I have a solution for this problem.
What's that?
if you had a boat,
Oh,
I bet they'd be all for it.
Here we go again,
They
guys.
would.
Here we
I
go.
bet they would love to go fishing if it was in a boat during the
Wouldn't
summertime.
have to walk around.
So you're telling me that?
Wouldn't have to walk. They could probably drive
You'd
the boat
have
every now and
beverages
then.
right at your
Are you telling me to
feet.
get rid of the kayak that I haven't used because I'm going to try and use it this weekend and then get a boat?
You can use it this weekend and then get rid of it and then get a boat.
You don't have to necessarily buy a boat. You could always rent a boat too.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Or you go through a guide service
Or through guide service.
just to test the waters.
Or you could be the guy with
Well,
the
the girls
30
already. The
30,000 skeeter.
You know, the thing is, the
Bass boat.
girls already do love.
You can own the lake.
The girls do love the boat because I think you're right. I think they were a little bit spoiled when we went with sake fishing Sean. And every time, I think during the spring, we're asking if they want to go fishing. They're like, "Are we going to take the boat?"
Exactly. Like, pfft,
Yeah,
what,
it's-
beat the bank or go in a boat? I'd rather just stay home
Ugh.
if it's not in the boat.
No
That's
snakes,
kinda-
no bugs.
Well, they didn't care about that. They just
breeze
wanted to
in
be on the
their
boat.
breeze in their hair.
They just wanted to be in the boat, and they thought that was cool. And then their little cousins came along too. So I think that's
Probably part of it too.
I think definitely for sure. But the boat thing, yeah, you might be right. I might be able to. I have to sling that around the boss's mind to see if that's something could be in
It's
the
not
future.
for you. It's to spend time
for
with the
all
kids.
of us. Okay, all right. We can
See,
do that.
more follow Fishing Kit for more single guy relationship advice.
On that note, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna do a refill of some beer, guys. We got some more stuff coming back. Stay tuned. I have some information, or not information. I want to talk to everybody about my awesome success yesterday. So
Oh yeah.
stay tuned. This episode is brought to you by Kalona Brewing Company. If you live in Eastern Iowa, make sure to swing by Kalona Brewing Company's tap room. Amazing food and amazing craft beer. If you live in Central Iowa or in the Midwest, swing by your local supermarket and see if they carry the Kalona Brewing Company line of beer. And also swing by your local restaurants, local bars, see if they have Kalona Brewing Companies on tap. If not, make sure you guys request it. I kid you not, you won't regret that. Other than that, enjoy this episode, guys. All right, I'm drinking we just got back from the refill. I'm doing the Heedless IPA. What does a heedless mean? What's the word
Why do we
heedless?
keep picking the
It
same
lacks
beers?
heeds.
I got mine before you.
Heeds or seeds?
It lacks heed.
All right, I'm not going to be...
It is heedless.
Okay, I'm not going to act like I know what the hell a heed is. What the hell is a heed?
I don't know. Heed.
All right, let
That's,
me know, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm just... It's called the Heedless IPA. So you beer connoisseurs,
Heed.
the people who drink
Pay
beer.
attention to, take notice of.
That's the definition of heed, but what's heedless mean?
Don't pay attention.
The opposite of it.
Okay. All right. Cheers, guys.
It's when you lack attention.
There you go. Oh, that's me, 100%. It's not bad. It's another IPA. We're doing IPA because it's kind of hot. So if you guys are wondering, Central Iowa's going through like a freaking... I know we've been talking about it, but holy cow, it's I think the next couple of days is supposed to be in the mid to high 90s. Today was
All
a
week.
Yeah, it was a heat index of almost mid 105 today here in Iowa. So it's been a little. It's pretty darn hot. So that's why I'm drinking IPA. I think IPAs are the best beers to drink when it's super hot.
Yeah, I got the Sabro Cadabro Smash IPA.
That's what I had earlier.
Oh,
What do you think?
did you?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
As you can see, we're a bunch of IPA heads a little bit. I'm a hop head.
I kind of mellowed out a little bit. I do enjoy the IPA, but I get down with Bud Lights and Busch Lights now.
I can't do that.
I've gone back to my roots.
I'm a dirty guy here.
I'll drink anything.
Can't do that.
I'm like a garbage can.
Recently I sampled the river life, fishing on a sandbar, drinking Busch Light. The only thing I'm missing was frying some catfish on the sandbar. Maybe this weekend.
There we go.
Maybe this weekend.
There won't be any Busch Light on the sandbar.
Unless I
Unless
bring
you
it.
bring it.
Unless I bring
I
it.
won't bring Busch Light.
I gotta
I bring decent beer when I go out on the sandbar.
Hey, see, I knew why I like that. Jeez.
I got a...
Not that Busch Light's not a decent beer, because I'll drink it.
Oh, it's not a decent beer, bro. Don't lie.
I mean,
Don't
you gotta support the farmers, right?
It's drinkable.
It's a beer.
It's like a refreshing water with a little bit of
hint of beer
carbonation.
See, I used to shit on people that drink Busch Light and Bud Light, like piss water, but now it's whatever.
I like lattes.
Okay.
I'm not shitting on them.
I don't shit on them.
I just drank a Bud Heavy the other night.
I would just rather.
Oh, Bud Heavy.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what? I would rather drink Bud Heavy than any of those other lights. That's honest.
See, I'm the opposite there. I'd rather drink a Busch Light or a Bud Light or a Coors Light.
A Budweiser, like an old Budweiser, it's got really good. I gotta
maintain
body.
my girlish figure over here.
Man, this guy is so fit over here.
Must be nice.
I do a lot of kayaking on the river.
Well, speaking of kayak, like I said, hopefully I get it out this weekend. I was planning on it. I got the frown face upon because it is my birthday weekend, and I was supposed to have a boys' night out. I had a kayak for the whole day of fishing, and then I had a golf outing. So the boss lady said, "Nope, pick one or pick 2 or 3, dude. You're doing too much." So
easy. I would just toss golf out.
See, I knew he was going to say that. I couldn't do that, but
if I had to make a choice,
why can't you? It's priorities, man. Do you want a chance at catching a flathead?
Or this is the beer.
You can go golfing anytime you want.
No, I can't. I get once a year. This is the one time a year that I'm allowed to go golf because
this is the bear fish fanatics, not bear golf fanatics.
True, touche. I'm with you, but I might have to cancel golf this year. I just might. It's not easy, man.
Butters over here plays softball, and I give him shit all the time. Like, hey, let's go fishing, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I got softball. Butters, you're doing it wrong. But I know, I get it. You enjoy yourself some softball.
Certain things that you enjoy.
I do, but
I feel like you complain every time you have to go play. So, I mean, there's only one way out, I see.
I love it, but I don't think I love it as much as fishing. And with gas prices the way that they have been, driving 45 minutes every week, it's not economically doable, like, year after year for me. Like, I don't want to keep wasting my time and my money.
For sure.
You don't have any Biden bucks?
And I love my teammates. It's just sometimes we get our butts kicked, and I'd rather go fishing and get my butt kicked.
Yeah.
Because I'm a competitive person. You know, I like to win. And when we don't win, it's not as enjoyable.
Very true.
Just coming from an honest standpoint, and I know you're not always going to win everything, but I'm 36. I think I'm getting down. This is probably going to be my last year playing softball.
So
just because I think I'm going to make a shift more towards fishing and more towards making videos.
There you go.
Investing my time into something that might be able to kick me back some money. If it's like $20, cool. At least I'm getting something back.
Yeah, it's something.
I mean, I'm not trying to become YouTube famous or anything like that.
But hey, it'd be cool if it happened.
But hey, if I could quit my job and
the YouTube
that'd be awesome. I'm not going to complain about that.
I'll have to agree with Fishing Kid on this one. So, golf is a frustrating sport. So technically, you're paying to piss yourself off. Fishing is a sport where you never piss yourself off because you're just fishing.
You can still pay to piss yourself off fishing.
Not really, dude. Because, dude, like we always say, what's the saying? Any day fishing is better than a day of work, better than a day of anything else. In reality, if you look at the bigger picture, even if you don't catch shit, even if you get skunked, you always come back like, you know what? At least I was fishing.
Okay, so that day. Here, I'll make an exception to that rule. That day, I had the whole week off. I decided to pull out my kayak for the first time. Granted, it's my fault. I can't, put the blame on anybody else. But I ended up running over my $640 kayak chair. Got out, didn't catch shit. Fished for 6 hours. Got off the kayak, fished on shore, caught 1 fish. And at that time, I was thinking, I should have just went to work today.
Wow. Wow, you did. You had one of
Really?
those.
You had a day like
You
that?
had a moment like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I thought when I ran over that chair, I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to kayak today, let alone that whole week. But it worked. I got out to the water. It was rough. Not the water wasn't rough, but the fishing was super rough.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I should have just saved my PTO and went to work.
Oh no!
I could have cashed out that PTO.
See, I've had days like that. I had a day like that when I was with you. I was like, man, I should have just stayed at home.
See, staying
Yeah,
at
I
home
had-
is one thing.
I had,
But
I had a rough day. I wasn't enjoying it. You
Yeah.
know? But you have days like that. They come around every now and again. But
It's rare. Come on, when you're fishing, I mean, I guess I'm the opposite because I don't get to go out as often. So even when I go out, even the other night, we went out like, fuck, it sucked, dude. We didn't catch shit. But at the end of the day, I told you, I was like, hey, at least I got my lines wet. I was excited just to get my lines wet because I haven't fished in a while, in a couple, about a week. To me, it's exciting because, it's just like, dude, I got away from just the shit and I'm hoping my line moves. I'm hoping something happens. But if it doesn't, it's relaxing, man. That's what fishing's all about.
well, yeah,
dude.
but when you put yourself financially in a hole because you decided to go fishing, like, okay,
that
maybe
was not
today wasn't that right day.
But that was an
like
accident.
dropping an iPhone down an ice hole.
Yeah, yes. But
Hey,
it's
but you caught a ton of fish that day, though.
So,
So,
see, I dropped
See,
that
that's a
phone in
different
excitement because I caught my first wiper through
Yeah,
the ice.
first
so
wiper through the
I put
ice.
it into perspective. I was mad for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I don't even
and
care.
then we caught a ton of fish that day.
That was so fun.
But driving over your kayak seat is like the bare biggest freaking accidental incident that could happen. It's not like a normal thing that normal people happen to when you're gonna go fishing.
Right.
So,
But there are those days where
accidents
man,
happen. I guess
I
this is
should
a
have
thing.
just went to work today.
so
Speaking of that video is queued up for next ice fishing season.
Oh, his.
Yeah, his
dropping the
iPhone
phone.
incident.
All right. I'm excited to see that. Was it that day I was with you guys too?
you were out there.
I was out
Yeah,
there.
you
All
weren't
right.
fishing with us,
You
but
were
you
with
were there.
Magoo.
Oh yeah.
Magoo, friend of the show.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
He was just on.
Well, yeah, I want to get him out on the kayak. I really do. That's why I want to take him out this weekend if I can't get on a kayak. If you guys are down, let me know. But I want to get him on it because he's never been on a kayak. He's never fished.
Might hit the river though. We might hit the river.
I don't know if I can take him out. I don't know if he's ready for that.
That's a different animal.
That's what I'm saying.
The stretch that I want to go on this weekend's a little bit. There's a couple spots where it's a little.
I
fast
don't
and
even know
some
how I
spots.
can handle the two kayak on the river, let alone anything. You know what I'm saying?
You'll be all right.
Probably, but
You should be.
should be. I don't know how he's gonna react. I don't know how. No, honestly, I'm gonna just take it for a test run. I'm gonna take him for a test run. I want to catch some fish. Hopefully, Kit will point us in the right direction.
I already told you where to go.
True.
But I probably won't be there if I
Boo.
get out on the river. Like I said, I want to catch a flathead, and I need to get out to these more remote areas instead of.
Are you
where-
guys? So the question is, are you guys gonna be at night or during the day?
We're gonna camp.
Are you camping?
I won't even wet a line till
How
probably.
far away will you be from me, where I live?
Maybe 45 an
Oh,
hour
dang.
minutes.
Maybe
Yeah.
40 minutes.
Can I walk?
30 minutes?
So the only way you can get there is kayaking, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was
Yeah.
like, I can swing by at night, but
That's
never
why we're
mind.
saying, I probably need to hit these more remote stretches of water
Well,
to
probably-
really be able to get in,
Probably-
to get on a flathead.
Float 3 miles down, or maybe 2.5, 3 miles down from where we launch.
So we might have some, catfish fishermen listening and everything. How do you find these spots? How do you guys find these spots? Whether on the river, whether a lake, a pond, how do you find them? How do you find your spots?
Like on the river, I'm going
Anyway.
with Butters.
No. I get, no, but anywhere, like, cause okay, so somebody who's into fishing, they want to go check out a new lake, whatever the case may be. How do you find your new spot that you know what? This is a good spot I want to check out and try. So let's say you just pulled up a map. Hey, Kate, we're gonna go camping there. You down? Let's go fish it, whatever. How do you attack that lake or that map, or what are you doing to check out a specific spot? Is there anything that you do specifically different?
Lurk on Facebook.
That's one way. That's one way. I'll give a shout out to my buddy Travis Meyer.
Okay.
I hope he listens to
I
this.
think he listens to the show.
A little bit.
This would be the one to listen to.
He's only 23.
Dang,
nice.
he's young.
Well, then he should tell his homies to listen to us.
He's actually been on the Trevor Noah show. He did a
Trevor
he
Noah,
did a
really?
vasectomy.
What?
Yeah. He
He did a vasectomy at 23?
Yeah, he's actually been on the Trevor Noah show, Comedy Central. He did a vasectomy.
At 23?
Look it up.
Wait, he had one done on him,
Like
or
they
he
did-
performed one?
No, they had a doctor perform one on Travis.
What the heck?
Kind of to like the help with women, you know, like what's going on with the Roe versus Wade and all that. And Travis was like, you know, I want to do my part for my wife, and
When was this?
this was like within the last
How many
year
kids
or
he's
so.
got?
One.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Anyways,
Sorry.
It's like mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is. It's mind-boggling because I'm like 23. Holy shit.
He the last spot that we went to, I was like, let's try a different float this time, and I had only gotten 2 hours of sleep. He went ahead and he got on Google Earth, and he was just looking at the stretch of river,
Okay.
looking at the different features, and then as we paddled down, obviously we got a little bit of insight. You know, we didn't know that we were going to run into Spencer on the river, but
Man, we've been
Well,
talking
we-
about Spencer a lot on this episode.
that's fine. What we look for and what we found in our first spot is you got to have depth, obviously, and then have it transitioning, whether it's from rock to mud to sand. I mean, a sandbar is always a great place to can.
Right.
But if you can get depth off of that sandbar where it transitions into shallow water, I mean, it's a pretty good. You've got a pretty good shot, I think, at getting a flathead.
So for the non-fishing heads that might listen to us, why is that an important thing when it goes from something deep to shallow all of a sudden?
So for the majority, I think flatheads eat at night. Most of them, you get a day bite every now and again, but they're coming from the depths.
Yeah, during the daytime.
Usually, if you set up on a shallow sandbar, they're coming from across the way or upriver, and they're coming into those shallow waters, and they're feeding.
Yeah, they're hanging out in those deep areas, let's say during the day.
During the day, and then they come up into the shallows, and they just destroy things.
Because that's where all the bait is.
Yeah, and I've camped out enough times in the last 3 weeks. You know when they're feeding. You can hear them. It's like a symphony in the water.
Dang.
They're just going off. You'll see them. You'll see sometimes there'll be catfish hitting 2 feet off the bank.
So with my limited time on the river, when it's dark, you hear all sorts of activity in the water.
Yeah, whether it's beavers,
Beavers, fish.
bait.
Like you can hear stuff like munching on stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like
the
not chewing, but
no,
like
you'll hear them. Yeah,
maybe not to that extent, but you could tell stuff is eating stuff in the water at night. And I'm thinking like, how can they even see what is going on? But fish have different sensory organs that we don't have.
right.
Very true.
And we from the trip that we caught 1 to the second trip where we caught 5, we did something different that time. We didn't have a big fire going and music. First time we went out, we had big fire and music. Well, the second time, I dug a fire pit just for dinner. After that, we didn't have a fire. No, hardly any music. We caught 5 fish, almost 6 that night.
So sound, do you think? I mean, obviously, does it make it? I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I don't-
guys.
Well, sound is vibration,
Yes.
and catfish.
I think the stealthier you are, the more
Yeah.
chances you have to catch
and
multiple
catfish
fish.
feed, well, especially at night, through vibration. And sound
Hmm.
in itself is vibration.
Yeah.
You're vibrating the air.
Yeah.
That's how we hear stuff. But so you didn't just float down the river and saw Spencer and like, oh, this is a good spot. We're gonna hang out over here.
I mean,
That's not what happened.
No, we pulled up on a spot and we were checking depths, and it was we looked at how far we were from where we had to get out. We'd already floated like 3 miles. Great depth. It transitioned from mud to rocks. And then obviously we were on a sandbar. And the depth was probably 9 to 12 feet. And then it nice drop off and then a shelf. 2 feet of water.
So
And you'll be surprised where they'll eat. I mean, you'll catch. The big one I caught was in probably 2 feet of water when it ate my bait.
It doesn't take a lot of water to hide a catfish.
It doesn't.
No.
But you'll hear it.
As long as they can get up there.
You'll hear it when they hit. Because when they take off and they start slapping the water, and you're like, wait a minute.
So
Sometimes you'll hear them slap the water before your clicker goes off.
Jeez.
So
if someone's interested to do, just kayaking down the river and just camp, whatnot, because it goes in one direction. So do you plan ahead, like where you guys are launching, and then do you guys park a specific vehicle at the end route,
Yep.
or how do you plan it? Just for people who are contemplating this and they're planning it, and they have no idea.
So the first thing I'm going to recommend, and the most important thing, is bait. I mean, you got to have great live bait if you want to catch flatheads.
That's why I got a bait tank.
That's probably the biggest thing, first thing. But yeah, obviously you're gonna find a stretch river. You gotta have at least 2 cars, 2 vehicles, or trucks, whatever. And you follow to the drop-off point or to the get-out point where you're gonna end. One person leaves a vehicle, and then you load up all the stuff into the other vehicle or the truck. Go to where you're gonna launch, and then when you obviously camp, do your thing. When you get done, you have one person go back to that original point to get the other vehicle. And what I do is I have Travis take my vehicle back to where we launched. We leave it. He gets his truck, comes down. We load everything up, and then I grab my stuff when we go back up to my vehicle. If there's a third vehicle, it makes things even better, because then you can just load everything into one vehicle.
Yeah.
And then go back up. So
Right.
if you have a truck at the drop or at the end point, you can load everything up into that and then go back up to.
See, you need a truck, buddy.
I know I do. Trust me.
It's
I
planning.
keep telling you this.
I need a truck. I need to start my YouTube channel. I need a lot of things.
Well, I have a Ridgeline truck.
That's not a truck, so you got to get like a real truck.
Here we go again.
I don't want a truck where my kayak's going to be hanging out 6 feet from the
Hey, that's me.
back of the tailgate.
Yeah, his does
But I have a 10-footer, so.
Does everything sound weird to you guys right now?
No.
Sound like something changed.
What's up?
I don't know. Sound like something changed in my headset or something.
I think so.
Wow. Okay.
What's the alcohol content?
Yeah, I know, right?
This one's 6.
6 is awesome.
I think this is